Hey everybody. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started doing the live for tonight. This is a fun one. I get to sit down. Tonight's video, we're gonna do the ombre using the epoxy method. So I'm gonna wait for some people to get on here. I'm gonna get some stuff ready and we will get started. I'm also going to be on my computer at the same time so I can read the messages, like comments and stuff, because I'm going to turn my camera. So y'all get on here. I'm going to, hold on, I got to mute that. So yeah, say hi when you get on. I'm going to mix some epoxy so we can get started. And y'all just sit tight for a second. Okay. Hey, Wanda. All right. So I'm going to mix some epoxy. If y'all have any questions, I'm going to do this. I know there's a lot of new people in the group that are like very, very, very big beginners. So what I'm going to do is start from the beginning, 100%, and go from there. So first things first, I have my cup sitting on the turner. I'm going to turn this down for just a brief moment. So I have the 2 cups I'm going to do tonight right here. We're going to do this 30 ounce and then this smaller one that's, I believe, a 12 ounce. These are both hogs. So let me flip this back up here. Oh my goodness. This is going to be entertaining, I can tell. So tonight I'm going to be using epoxy I don't normally use, but I ran out of my other stuff, so I'm using Alumilite tonight. And going to go ahead and just start mixing it. We're going to start with the 30 ounce tumbler. I also normally have pumps. I buy my epoxy by the gallon. I use FX normally. But I ran out and it hasn't arrived yet. Yeah, that's only like a little bit of the glitter. I actually don't have most of my glitter out. My goodness. So for those of you who are watching right now that don't know, I own Glitter Chimp. So all of the glitter behind me and the stuff that you can't see around me is Glitter Chimp glitter. And we'll be using Glitter Chimp glitter tonight for the tutorial. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and mix my epoxy. The nice thing about doing the epoxy method is for your base layer, you do not have to worry about micro bubbles as much because they're going to be covered with glitter. So that always keeps it kind of nice. Left my paper towels. All right. That's kind of perfect. So anyways, if y'all have any questions or anything while I get set up, feel free to ask while I get everything set up. I do apologize if I bump the table and the whole camera moves because, yeah, that's probably going to happen. All right. Yep. So anybody have any, hi Leanne. Does anybody have any questions before I get mixing and started on these? And like I said, I know a lot of you guys are beginners that are watching tonight. So we'll just, this is going to be epoxy method. So this is going to be straight epoxy onto the cups. And then you add the glitter. For this method, I prefer to do epoxy method. Just because it helps the chunky glitter lay flat. A lot of people don't like chunky glitter and jumbo glitter because when you use the Mod Podge method, it doesn't lay flat. And I set up some cups over here so you guys can see. But so this cup, it doesn't have its top layer on it. It's strictly just the epoxy method with the glitter on top. This is just, so it shows you just how, I mean, it lays completely flat. I could easily put a decal straight over this and throw another layer of epoxy on it. But when it comes to this method, doing the ombre with the chunky, yes, I do prefer the epoxy method over the Mod Podge method. I did prep my cups. I used spray paint on, well, 1.5 of them because I only spray painted the top half of the 30-ounce cup to get the look that I'm going for. Next up, I always take off all my jewelry because I get epoxy on me a lot. So, one rubber glove. A lot of people use different things to put epoxy on a cup. I use gloves that I buy at Harbor Freight, if anybody would like to see here. I think this might be backwards to you guys. But Harbor Freight, super cheap. They work real well. If you have latex allergy, obviously don't buy these. These may be latex free. I don't know. Okay, so for the first cup we're doing, it's gonna have, I have all my glitter sitting out. So we have center stage. It's gonna be the bottom of the cup. And I'm kind of debating either using Black Hole, which is another mix that we have, which is it's got some rainbow glitter in it. It's got holographic. But at the same time, I think I might do a little mix of, oh my goodness, these 3 glitters. So it's 2 ultra fine glitters and a chunky. And I think that's what we're gonna do. What's your go-to to remove epoxy from skin? Dawn dish soap. It'll also remove epoxy from hair, which I may or may not have experienced, but it will remove it from your hair. Okay, I'm gonna do a mix. But yeah, Dawn dish soap. I always wear gloves. I don't like touching epoxy. I don't even like when like part A or B gets on my skin, and it's not mixed. Like, because it just gets sticky. So I'm gonna mix up some glitter. And, oh, also if you do have, if epoxy gets in your hair and you don't know and it dries, Dawn dish soap will work, as well as a good comb. It'll take a couple of days, but it will come out of your hair. Okay. So I am mixing up 3 glitters. I just want to see what it looks like first before I say that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's pretty. Okay. So super fun thing about chunky glitter and jumbo glitter. You can make so many crazy mixes. My daughter is 4 years old and it's one of her favorite things to do. So we do a lot of mixes in our house of glitters she makes on her own. Which I don't have any out right now, but that's okay. So we're gonna get to it. I'm gonna tilt the camera down. I can see your questions on my computer, so I won't miss anything, I hope. So here we go. Hope y'all can see. Let me see if I can turn it just a little bit more. Okay. So this cup, I have a black base of spray paint on top, and then it's just stainless steel on the bottom. I'm not sure. I think I might use it. I just mixed this. I think I'm going to use it because it's kind of pretty for what look I'm going for. Yeah, I think I'm going to use that. Okay. So we're going to do this cup first, and then I'm going to show you guys on this cup that's over here. Next steps, like just to show you different looks that you can get. I do a lot of these the ombres like this. It seems to be what I get actually asked for the most. So all I'm going to do is put the epoxy on the cup. Very thin layer. I put cardboard underneath so it catches the epoxy. so it doesn't get on my table, which my table is still covered in epoxy because I'm kind of messy with this. So a thin layer over the whole cup. My goodness. And it will drip onto the cardboard, which again is fine. Better that than the table. I know a lot of people work in their houses, so you don't want that stuff to get on your like good table. All right. And the nice thing about this too is that with this method, the epoxy, like I said, you don't have to worry about micro bubbles because they're going to be hidden. So make sure you get the whole cup coated. This part takes the longest. And once you guys see how this is done, it's really easy. And it's probably why I like doing these cups the most, because they're quick. And I also like, another reason why I like this method more than the using Mod Podge is because to me, for some reason, it kind of saves a layer of adhesive. Instead of having to Mod Podge and then put glitter on, wait for it to dry, and then epoxy it so I can put a decal on it. With this method, if you do it, you know, the way that it should go, you shouldn't have to do an extra layer if you're using ultrafine on the top. Because like I said, so this one, sorry, this cup's ultrafine on top, and I can throw a decal straight on it. With the mixes, like the chunkier stuff, you'll have to do still 3 coats of epoxy, but that's okay. It's what just makes it more fun, I guess. All right, so I'm gonna get the bottom. I'm not used to doing this sitting down, so this is different for me. Okay. So once you get your coat of epoxy on there, make sure to get off any excess, because when you do this, if you sprinkle just the right amount of glitter, it won't, if you don't put enough on there, what'll happen is the glitter will spread, which is fine, but you don't want it to spread too much. So just make sure you get, oh my goodness, just a little bit of epoxy on there. I'm gonna take off my glove. Okay, so our cup is now has epoxy on it. What I'm going to do is start from the top and work my way to the middle. You can do this with or without the base coat of telling you like where your stopping point is, but for the video, I decided it would be better to do it with the line. Hey, Barbara. Okay, so I have mixed up 3 different glitters, some Raven. I didn't measure any of it, so I don't know specifically how much is in here. Raven is just a basic ultrafine. It is jet black. It is probably probably the one black that I sell the most of is Raven. And then we're gonna use Deep Space Ultrafine mixed with Deep Space Chunky to kind of just give it a little extra sparkle. Because like I said, the Raven is jet black. And I left my paper somewhere. So let me grab some paper. There it is. Okay. Very carefully, I'm gonna move that. So this is to catch fallen glitter. I try to save as much as I can. I have never tried baby wipes, but if it works, I'll try anything at this point. Okay, so what you're gonna do is start from the top, work your way down towards the middle, and as you go down, it's okay if you go past the line that you created for yourself, as long as like in your mind you kind of have a mental where you want it to stop. And I just sprinkle it on there. And this will work for any type of epoxy method. Epoxy method works really great for the geodes, which I will do a tutorial on those soon. I have a couple orders for some, so I will be making one of those soon. All right, so now that's getting on there. And all the excess will just fall off. But it's got a nice sparkle to it. I really like this cup so far. All right, so now I got it to go to about where I'd like for it to stop. It's okay if it goes a little past, like I said, because you're gonna mix it up to that point. And for the chunky glitter, well, like the mix is, I actually want it to go up a little bit more than that, so it's kind of got more of a fade. All right, now I'm gonna use Center Stage. Sorry if you guys can't see that. I do reuse the glitter that's fallen off because it's not going to be any sticky or anything. It's just the same as Mod Podge, because the extra, what sticks is going to stick and what falls off just is dry. I guess dry would be the right term. Okay, so I just pour glitter. I don't like shakers, like the lid part, so I always just take it off because for this stuff it just works better. So now you start from the bottom and work your way up. You're gonna work up to the line, and then you're gonna sprinkle it a little bit up. So just the normal. And this, by the way, does not have any spray paint on it. It's just straight on the stainless steel. Some people do like to sand the cup to get it to stick better. For the epoxy method, I haven't noticed it needing to be done. Of course, the last time I said in a video that I didn't think something needed to be done, I ended up messing up. But anyway, so for me, I don't sand that part. I try to save myself time. And so if you guys look, you can tell, I don't really know if you can tell very well. I'll have to move my camera up so you can see it a little better. But the nice thing is that with the epoxy method, the glitter starts to shift around on the epoxy. So what happens is it forces itself to lay flat onto the cup. If you have any places where the epoxy where the glitter doesn't want to lay flat, if you just tap it a little bit with your finger or a popsicle stick or whatever, it'll lay completely flat for you. Okay, so next step, I pour the glitter into my hand, and this is just how I do this, so it's different for everybody. And I just sprinkle it up to the where I want it to stop on the cup. This, because it just, when you do this, like a sprinkle like this, it doesn't cover as much space. So you're gonna end up getting it to slowly move up the cup. And you can judge a lot more on how much is actually making it onto the cup. All right. So now you can see how it goes it starts to fade out. For some cups, it's up to designer's choice, if you will. You can continue to put the bottom color so that it goes up a little bit more. I'm trying to see if I have any cups like that up here. So like this one I did has it where it goes it kind of just tapers off towards the top. Other ones I stop it. It just depends on the design, and honestly, sometimes if I goof and it goes up too high. But for this one, I am gonna do a little bit on the top. So I sprinkle it just very gingerly over the top to get just a little bit of some bling up in the black. The glitter on the bottom is called Center Stage. It is a all holographic mix. All right, so this is now done on the top and the bottom. Next part is the bottom of the cup. I wish there was some really technical way to apply it, but I just toss it on there and it falls where it falls at that point. Okay, so on the bottom, same thing. If you have it where there's any little pieces that are kind of sticking up, you just tap it with your finger and it will fall in place flat onto the cup. All right, so that is the epoxy method with using 2 different chunky glitters. So it'll just, normal cure time for this is gonna be, you know, the 4 hours to overnight. I always let things cure like this overnight just because it can get, with the temperatures here right now, I'm in towards Houston, Texas, so our temperatures in the morning can be 70 and then in the afternoon it'll be 40. So what I'm going to do now is move over to this cup. This is a cup for another customer of mine. It's my most important customer. It's my daughter. I let her, she gets to pick how she wants her cups to look. So she picked out 2 glitters. And this is kind of fun for you guys because, so Glitter Chimp, we do monthly subscription boxes. And when we do these boxes, I'm going to turn this up so y'all can chat with me for a second. Okay, so when we do our subscription boxes, we do special kind of reveals of new glitters that are going to be coming out for the month. And because y'all are here watching, I'm going to preview and use 2 brand new glitters on a cup that my daughter picked out. So the first one we're going to do is King Cake, and it's going to be, at the top is going to be pink ice. So, hey Brittany. Okay, so we're going to get started on this. I'm going to mix up just a little bit of epoxy because this is a small cup. And we'll get started on another one. Jill, Center Stage is by Glitter Chimp. It's on our page here. It's the sister page. Brittany, I know you're watching and you can pop a link for me. But if you're watching and you want to order it, we have a lot of it in stock. And use promo code GLITTER10 and GLITTER10 will get you 10% off your order tonight. It's actually, you can always use that code. It's always valid. So you can always get 10% off if you want it. So, okay. Oh my goodness. Did y'all just see me almost do that? Whoops. Okay. I'm losing it. Okay. Where is the mark? Okay. Sorry guys. I want to say I'm getting old, but I don't feel it. From the Great White North. Where's the Great White North? That could mean a lot of places. I'm from the South. The deep Texas South. I don't know what considered the Great White North other than Canada. Minnesota. I do cover the bottom of the cups, Leanne. It's a weird toss method. I'll show you in just a second. I'm going to do it on this cup too, since we're doing 2 tonight. And I know that Brittany, by the way, is... Oh, yeah, Canada. See? I was right with my first guess. Technically, Minnesota to me is kind of like Canada. It's about the same. I mean, it's not. I've been to Canada. I've been sort of. But it's not. There you go. So there's the link for the website where you can find that glitter. All right, I'm going to mix this up real quick. So what is... Oh, okay. So we're doing, Jessica, we're doing the epoxy method for cups. It's just one of the many methods to apply glitter to a cup. So what I'm doing right now is just mixing part A and part B of epoxy to do another one. So if you just joined, you're going to watch it again because we're going to do it on another cup right now. So, move my paper. Grab cardboard. Oh my goodness. All right. And this is fun because I haven't used these colors yet, so I'm really excited, especially about king cake. So I'm going to tilt the camera back down. And we're going to be doing this white cup right there. This little bitty one. Okay. So, like I said, we're going to be previewing 2 new colors. There we go. This is going to be fun for me because I have no idea what these are going to look like on a cup. I hope I made enough epoxy. If not, I'll mix more. Okay, so this cup, I don't have the 2-tone spray paint on it. I just did a white base because since I don't know what these glitters will look like on a cup, base coat is important. And with a base coat, you're going to get the true color of the glitter versus with like the whites and stuff, the lighter colors, they'll pick up whatever color the base is on rainbow or iridescent glitters. So, luckily this is also a really small cup. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read. Did I sand? I did not sand. This is just straight matte spray paint. I'll have to look. I know it's Krylon spray paint, but it's just their white matte spray paint. I don't use anything other than either a matte spray paint or satins. It just depends on what is available at wherever I'm shopping for spray paint. Most like Home Depot and Lowe's, mostly what you're going to find are going to be satin spray paints. Michael's and Hobby Lobby has a lot of the matte spray paint. And Michael's actually, I just fell in love with this new one that's called Uber Matte. And there's a lot of colors. I'm using the footballs from Dollar Tree. I'll have to go, I don't know which size are in these, but the Dollar Tree by my house has stopped selling the ones that I was using, so I'm using much bigger footballs. But I have noticed that after about 3 months of using the footballs, and the inside do get worn out. And what you can do is put rubber like shelf liner inside of the football around the PVC pipe, and it won't fall off. And that's actually what I have had to do with quite a few of my smaller footballs. Okay. That looks coated, right? Oh, missed the edge. Okay. So that's now coated. Remove the glove. Hang on, because there's a lot of questions about football, so let me grab a couple that I have. Okay, so I get my footballs from Dollar Tree. This is the footballs I was using, but my Dollar Tree doesn't carry these anymore. But all I do is just cut the tip off and then dig a little hole. And then I also use these. These are the ones that they still carry these. They have a hole already in them because what I do is these are the ones that have the little fins and the tail on them. I just pull the fin out, and then you do have to kind of split it so it'll go on the pole. But this is what my dollar store carries now. This is what's inside of this cup. This little cup has the little tiny football in it. I've tried using pool noodles. They don't work very well for me. because the size just never seems to be right for what I'm doing. All right. So we're going to check out brand new pink ice. I've never used it. We just got this one in, so. Okay, Roxanne, you're going to have to tell me what the black plumbing pieces are, because I don't know what they are, but if they last a long time, then I'm for that completely. I hadn't lost a cup until about a week ago. So it's first time, and I was really mad, and I lost 2 in that hour. All right, so we're going to try this brand new pink ice. This is going in our subscription boxes this month. So, ooh, that's real pretty. My daughter has very good taste in glitter. She always picks the coolest colors. Yes, send me the link. I love new things. I do not keep the epoxy and glitter from going inside the rim. I use, and I'll show you guys, because I actually have, I know I have at least 1 cup that I can clean. If you guys want me to, I'll do it. But I use an X-Acto knife to clean the inside to get off any epoxy or glitter that's on the rim. And then to clean out any of like spray paint, or if I'm doing a wood grain that gets inside, I use the 100% pure acetone, not nail polish remover, regular acetone that you would get at the hardware store, because nail polish won't do it. So, okay, this color is super duper pretty. I really like it. I really wish the light was better in here so you guys could really get a better look at it. And also, okay, so this is again on a white base. So it shows you more of the true colors that are in it. So this is a mix. It has pinks, some purples, some blues. It's very sparkly. All right. This is going to be a really good like Valentine's color, or even spring, summer. Reminds me of a flamingo. Okay, so that is pink ice. Yes, I will show you up close once it's finished. All right, next, this is King Cake, another new one. You guys, I haven't even showed these glitters in my actual Glitter Chimp page yet. So, lucky you guys that are watching right now. So this is King Cake. I bet you can't tell what colors are in it because it's going to be beautiful purple and gold. And no, I'm not an LSU fan, so yeah. Yeah, this is super pretty. So this has holographic gold, and it looks like a light green in it with purple and pink. Super duper pretty. And so if you ever do one of these cups and you don't have the line to divide up like where you specifically want to stop, I always use the lip as my break point. So now that I've gotten to the middle, I'll then sprinkle. Oh goodness, totally missed. All right, so now we're just gonna drizzle this up. And this is for my daughter, so she's very picky. She's 4 and she is so picky about how her cups look. And I posted some videos of her online on the Glitter Chimp page of her being all glitter diva. She likes to show off her cups at school. All right, so this is gonna be her little cup. And the nice thing is I don't have to put any decals on hers. This glitter's just sticking to my fingers. There's some epoxy on my fingers. All right, so that is the epoxy method using chunky glitter and mixes. I know, like I said, a lot of people out there don't like the chunky glitter and the like jumbo especially, but I promise you that stuff makes the best mixes. Like you can mix your own. And just spilled a bunch of glitter in my lap. When am I not covered in glitter? Okay, so here are the 2 cups we just knocked out. You can, Barbara, you can do it that way, or I toss it just because then I can kind of see how much coverage I'm getting. And also always afraid that I'm going to get my paper stuck in the glitter. Hold on, but I just saw somebody commented, what size cups? Okay, so this is a 30 ounce. This one is the 12 ounce. These are both from Hog. I use Hog brand. Any brand works. I also use Ozark. It just depends on really what I have going on. I mean, it just depends on what size I need. Right now, I have a huge amount of 30 ounce Hog cups in. I got a bunch of these when they had them on closeout at one point, so that's why I have so many of these. Let me see, both. Tiffany, yes, these 2 colors, the King Cake and Pink Ice, will be in the subscription boxes. Our boxes, they're mystery boxes, so I can't guarantee that you would get one or the other or any of these 2 in your box. It just depends on literally the luck of the draw. So I promise, though, we have a lot of other great colors that are in the boxes this month. These are just the 2 that when I was filling jars today, my daughter wanted, and I like it because I get to play with them. So do I seal? I do not seal these. Once they cure, they'll let me fix this. Hold on. I feel weird because I'm just staring at cups spinning. Once they cure all the way, I will put on another coat of epoxy and let it cure, and then not full cure, but like just the hard cure, so 4 to 6 hours. But I typically leave these spinning overnight, and then we'll another coat, and then put on my decals, and then last coat, and that'd be it. The subscription boxes can vary between $17.50 and they go all the way up to $100. Just depends on what kind you want. But the one that's the most popular is a $25 subscription box. It comes with 5 jars of glitter, and it covers each category of glitter. So you'd get one ultra fine, one that's a rainbow or holographic. One is going to be a jumbo, one's a chunky, and then a mixology one. So one of the mixes. But every subscription box we have does come with a bonus 2-ounce jar of glitter. So any of them do that. But like I said, it depends. All the sizes are on our website. Crystal, a longer cure time can mean several things. It could mean that your mix is off a little bit, it happens a lot. I mean, I even have it where my mix is off. It is. It says, "Oh fudge," and a triple dog dare you on it. Made it myself. But the temperature in the room is a big factor. I actually have heaters that go in here. These are 2. I have these little cute desktop heaters, and they work out great. And I work in my garage, so heat is a factor, humidity is a factor. I use FX epoxy like all the time. Not tonight though, but FX epoxy works great for high humidity areas. At least it's what I use. I've used FX and Lumelite, and that's what I do. I use just FX now. The cutoff for the subscription boxes are going to be, let's see, what day is it? The 31st of December at 2 a.m. Central Time. And that will get you in the subscription box for this month. Because we ship in the rear, so everything that's shipping out the first week of January is going to be the December subscription boxes. So that's all I have for tonight. I really appreciate you guys all watching. If you have any questions about the epoxy method or glitter or whatever, just send me a message, and I'll also be here late anyways on the page. So if you guys have any questions or anything, I'm here. So you guys have a great night. Enjoyed our little chat tonight. I'm gonna go eat dinner. Good night, guys.